it's Ina the Mood Reader, and today we'll be talking about my December 2020 reading plans. So, the year is about to end. Finally, I know everyone has been waiting for like 2020 to be over, and today I'll just be showing you guys what books I'll be reading for the last hurrah for this year. But first of all, I'm so excited to tell you guys that I have decided to do Bookmas or Vlogmas for books. I don't know what we really call this in the bookish community, but I've seen the term Bookmas floating around. It's my first like 6 months exploring BookTube. I don't really know much about the community and I also don't celebrate Christmas, but I want to make something special for December. I know work will be slightly lighter for the most of us, so maybe you'd want some bookish videos to like watch to spend your time, I guess, for the next few weeks. So yeah, today basically I'm hoping that I'll get to post one video every day for the rest of like December. Most probably the goal is to do 12, 25, or hopefully like the entire month. I don't know yet, but I've been filming videos to like schedule them for you to watch every day. I'm not sure really if I'll be able to make this. I'll just try. And I hope that I get to produce at least 12 videos for you this month, and we'll starting with this one. But by the way, before I dive into my December reading plans, I would just like to ask you guys if there are certain videos that you would like to see for my Bookmas journey for this year. Just please comment down below what vlogs, challenges, or tags you want me to do, and I'll gladly do them for you guys. Now, for my December reading plans, I actually wrote them down here again in my commonplace notebook. I have divided actually my reading to 5 main categories. We have here audiobooks, Kindle, ARCs, and blog tours. But before that, I would just like to dive in for my TBR challenge game that I'll be doing for physical books. So I have decided to do 4 videos related to try a chapter book tag, and that will be like the deciding factor on how I would be reading for the rest of December. So I've decided to like film a try a chapter video for the start of each week, and the book that I'll pick will be the physical book that I'll be reading for that week. And I know I haven't been reading too much on my physical collection, despite them growing and growing every week. So to at least this month, I'll be able to read 4 physical books. Now, the first category I've decided to explore is Filipino romance, and I'll be choosing my next read between Cover Story Girl, Vintage Love, Delight, and Bola Bola. The next category would be romance, contemporary romance, and I'll be deciding between these 3 colorful illustrated covered books. We have Mr. Nice Guy, we have The Perfect Date, and Last Time Standing by Lauren Hall. Now, the next category would be thrillers, and to be fair, I have been like itching to read a Karin Slaughter book. So I'll be choosing between the 4 Karin Slaughter titles that I already have, and it's between The Last Widow, this huge paperback, and some mass markets here. I have Pieces of Her, Pretty Girls, which was supposed to be read on November, but life got in the way, and lastly, The Kept Woman. And now for the 4th week, I've decided to choose from historical romance books, and I plan on choosing from these 4 historical romance books. And the first one is The Heir by Johanna Lindsey. We have also Until You by Judith McNaught. We have It Happened on One Autumn by Lisa Kleypas, and Who Will Take This Man by Jackie D'Alessandro. So those are the books that I'll be basing my physical TBR on, and I'm excited to explore the Try a Chapter book tag. I think it will be fun because I'm not really the type to focus on the synopsis before jumping on the book. I am just this cover read girl. And yeah, so those will be the physical books. Now for the audiobooks, I have 5 audiobooks planned, and all of them are Christmas December themed because I'll be joining the Cozy in December readathon. It's a relaxed casual readathon wherein the only prompt is that the books must either be cozy, wintry, or Christmassy or holiday-y. Something that will give your heart joy, something that you think would be fun, and the target is just to read at least 3 books in December. So it's just fun. I joined it last year and I'll be joining again. Now I don't really have much like wintry holiday books on my shelf, even on my Kindle, so I decided to go on the audiobook route for this one. And the 5 books that I plan on reading are I'll just be flashing the covers here. So first is In the Holidays by Christina Lauren. Christina Lauren is an author duo that I have always loved. Their books are a hit for me always, despite like people treating them as a hit or miss. They are always a hit for me. I loved their books, so I'm hoping that In the Holidays would be just as fun. I also have We Met in December. I've been seeing this around Bookstagram, so I'm hoping that I like it. I also have Mistletoe and Mr. Right. I just saw it floating around on my Scribd suggested, so it's Christmassy, so yeah. Next, we have 10 Blind Dates. It's a book that I've been meaning to read since last year, and I know that the setting of this book is centered around like the winter season, so I think it will be a good fit. And lastly, it's One Day in December by Josie Silver. I think this has been like on my Bookstagram feed all year, so I'm excited to read that as well. Now, I'm also taking part on 3 blog tours this month, so I'll be reading their books priority. First is Mine to Keep. I'm reading this for Carina Press. And next, I have The Sound of Your Soul and Tempted by the Tycoon's Proposal. I'm reading that for Rachel's Random Resources. I have, for the Kindle reads, I'm planning on continuing on the Bridgertons series, as the Bridgertons Netflix series is coming this December 25. So I'm planning to read the 3rd and 4th book, An Offer from a Gentleman and Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. If like time permits, I would also like to read my most anticipated reads of the year that I haven't even picked up. So we have The Roommate by Rosie Danan. You also have Beach Read by Emily Henry, and These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Yeah. So those are the books on my Kindle right now that I already want to read. And if I have time, but I'm not like pressuring myself to do it, I also want to read some arcs. So if I'm not mistaken, The Engineer is reading on Bookstagram posted a story about this, that some Wednesday books 2021 releases are available on NetGalley to read now or for immediately downloading on your shelf. And that day, I immediately went to NetGalley to do like a rush downloading of 6 titles. And I've always loved Wednesday books releases. I think nothing has been like a miss for me. So, and 2 of those books are from authors that I have read before that I really enjoyed. And the first one is Emma Lord. I have loved Tweet Cute so much. I was also lucky to get an arc of Tweet Cute last year, and I adored the book. So when I saw that there's an arc for You Have a Match by Emma Lord coming really early next year. I was so happy, so I'm really excited to read that. I also have The Project by Courtney Summers, who wrote Sadie, which is like one of my all-time favorites and one of the best books of 2019 in my 2019 reading journey. So I'm so excited to read The Project. I'm sure it will also mess up my mind and hurt me like Sadie did, so I'm excited for that one. And I also would like to read I Must Belong Somewhere by Dawn Lanuza. It's a poetry collection, so I think it would like hit my reading goals quite nicely because I don't usually read poetry, but I have read Dawn Lanuza books and I like them, so I hope I'll be liking this one too. And then the last two books that I will read are some arcs that have been living on my shelf for quite so long, and one of those is Love Lettering by Clayt Claiborne. I know she has like the next part of this installment coming out next year, so it's probably time for me to read this already. And then lastly, we have 100 Days of Sunlight. I don't know, I just like the cover. It's really pretty. And I think at the end of it all, I'll be able to read 22 books. Hopefully, I also have like slotted some other NetGalley arcs priority that I would want to read just in case I have extra time. Who knows if like my work would end earlier this year compared to like the other years. I'll have some extra days to squeeze on some reading. But of course, I'll be filming a lot of videos for you guys, so we never know. Maybe I'll end up with reading like 0 books. I don't know. But yeah, I'm so excited for my December. It's gonna be fun-filled, hopefully. I hope I won't burn out. But yeah, I would just like to thank you everyone for being here and subscribing on the channel, like giving me inspiration to keep on working on videos. I know I'm a pretty small booktuber, but I don't know. It's been a great 6 months here. And yeah, so please comment down below what are your thoughts on my reading plans. If you're also doing Bookmas, please let me know so I can also watch your videos. And again, thank you. Have a great morning, night, evening, afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. Enjoy your day. See you on the next video. Bye!